What's up guys, Shoe0nHead here. So we are here with another reaction video from Shoe0nHead Plans. Hey, today we have something to react for, a very new video from our girl, our very awesome content creator, Shoe0nHead. Very amazing creator, by the way. So basically, the thing that we're gonna watch today is this the average male fantasy? Oh, I saw this a lot of stuff on Twitter. It's been trending. I keep seeing like a lot of tweets about it, like the anime from like the lion and the goldfish. I forgot the name, but it's such a good anime. Just watch it. You know, I highly recommend it. And also, link in the description below for the original video. And support Shoe0nHead for this video. So make sure you watch that first before you watch this reaction to support the original creator. And yes, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's go and react to this.
Men.
Men.
What do they want?
Men! Oh my god! I'm scared of men! I'm sorry.
Money, status, fast,
We do want money though. We don't want money. I don't want car. I want success though, yeah.
expensive cars. What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame, fortune, 3 hot chicks at
Hey, I like 3 hot chicks too.
once? Hell yeah, brother.
Hell
No.
yeah. Okay. My average male fantasy is probably for Zone Zero characters to be real and be my wife and, you know, take care of me, honestly. You know, I only want that. If you know what I mean, you know, cat girls, shark girls, please let it be real. Come on. It's literally like 21st century. Please make it real. Come on. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for years now.
According to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
This is such a good anime. You should watch this, guys. I really like this one. It's like the lion, goldfish, something the name is. I forgot.
This is literally just a fetish.
Of course, like the bad tweets. This is what I see literally, you know, a few weeks ago. Force people like saying, this is not a fetish.
I
No.
fucking hate men so much. Men are why
How did how this literally Twitter woman don't posting girls have anything to say about this? Like literally it's such a wholesome clip and they made it like a bad thing somehow since like it's related to men. I hate this like bandwagon of like I hate men. Like, oh, I mean I get it, but sometimes it's getting overdone that there's no need to do it in like situations just like this.
we
You know?
can't have nice things.
The average male fantasy, yes.
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw
course.
this post.
Of course. Log into Twitter, just like what I do every day.
Montage
I'm
from the
going
anime
though, so I'm good.
Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about
Yeah, there we go. Josie the Tiger and the Fish. There we go. That's the title, guys. Make sure you watch that movie.
a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love. Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this.
Yep.
While many others, mostly women, were
Yep, like people, especially men that are even like replying about this post, is not even thinking about like having a relationship with a disabled and turning it into a fetish. No, we just want a wholesome like relationship. That's all we want, you know? And somehow it became something weird and honestly, I don't know anymore.
absolutely f***ing disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right?
You know what's more weird? What do disabled like people think about this? Because honestly, I think disabled people will not think anything bad about this. I mean, maybe some, but I feel like most disabled people doesn't even care, you know?
Right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why.
They probably didn't watch the anime movie.
We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again,
Yeah.
another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
It's such a like a weird, discussion, especially on the internet, because of why do they care? I think they should put that care or like that attention to more serious stuff, especially those people that are literally doing bad things instead of like, being mad about having a wholesome relationship. I
Do
don't
they
know.
like beards or clean shaven?
It's such a
Oh yeah,
such a weird
that reminds
like
me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. You ever just
it's such a weird thing to think about. I'm sorry, my girl, Shoe0nHead. I'm gonna skip the ads. I don't really watch ads because I don't shave. I know you're like talking about my Manscaped. Oh no, it's not Manscaped. Okay, hands-on shaving. If you guys wanna do some shaving and stuff, if you need some shaving, go to pensionshaving.com/shoe. Use the code shoe, and then you can have some free stuff and I guess discount. If you guys wanna do that or get some shaving stuff, go to Shoes video, go the link, use code, and then hey, free promo. Yeah, let's go.
basically know nothing about anime? Now, I am not an anime connoisseur.
Okay.
In fact, I basically know nothing about anime.
It's okay.
I am probably the most tourist of all the tourists. Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix. Legoshi.
Hey, cultured. I feel like you're very cultured now, even though you're not really a anime fan. I guess I cannot call you anime fan, but I can call you a cultured woman. You like Beastars, eh?
Best boy. Not a furry, by the way. And honestly, that's about it
Nah, that's denial, honestly.
for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime.
Damn, you watch a lot of YouTubers reacting to you, probably.
But because of this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish.
She
and,
likes
well,
anime,
it was a
guys,
good movie.
VTubers.
I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only
Oh,
cried a little bit.
Nah, that's a lie. You cried a lot. That's such a good movie.
And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it?
Yeah, they fetishize stuff. No, like not men fetishizing stuff, but basically those comments that are saying men are fetishizing all of this stuff. They are probably the one who are fetishizing because they can see that on their point of view. They're probably thinking about that, so that's why they think about that. Yeah, and said it on Twitter.
Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? Why were thousands of people angry at this post? Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl.
See what I mean? These people that are saying this are the one who fetishizing disabled girls. Okay? Because I feel like most people who like the tweet know what the tweet means.
For him to control. Oh no.
No, they don't
think,
know.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
they're dumb.
Why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted. Where are these fan fictions coming from?
Yeah,
They're
like that's headcanon, bro. Like literally, there's no anything saying about that. I don't know where you got that though.
hundreds
good
of
for
tweets
you.
just
I
like
guess.
this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I
Yep.
know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy. And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth,
she's like
very
tomboyish,
sassy and
tomboyish.
headstrong. She, like, straight up calls him her servant. But she was also very depressed. She basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media.
Hey.
But they actually show her disability, like,
She can relate,
not
guys.
in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live
such a good story.
her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different way. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good.
Yeah, it's
Is
so
anime
good.
Have I been sleeping on anime this?
You've been sleeping on a lot of animes, but honestly, don't watch those those animes that have bad animation. But also don't watch those anime that have good animation, but holy, the plot is dog shit as fuck. And I'm talking about Darling in the Franxx, by the way. That's a dog shit ending.
This entire time? His fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him,
No,
but
what
can
the
still
fuck?
make him a sandwich. Sounds about right. Oh my god. After watching
Nobody
the
thought
movie, these
about
tweets
that.
are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this?
Yeah,
These are very
where?
clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind
Literally, it became perverted. Like literally, like the tweet said, a man only thinks about perverted things, and then like the average male fantasy is literally like the tweet is literally denying the like the first part, like perverted like mindset. Of course, most people do that, but it's not the point of that tweet. And you made it perverted and fetish thingy somehow. I don't know how you did that, but honestly, you got superpowers, bro. Like literally, like rewrite like reality. How? How the hell did you do that? What the hell?
immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any humanity in men.
Yep.
They can't see any humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals
I feel like these people that are like literally writing this are depressed, probably on their bed, writing all of this. They don't have anything to do in life. They probably wanna, off themselves because honestly, this is just like obsessive behavior, such a delusional thing to do, and also very stupid. They're not smart at all, you know?
a girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into
I feel like these are the people that cannot take joke. Like literally they said like hey, I'm making sandwich, and then they're gonna say, oh, you're making sandwich, so you're saying that girls cannot make sandwich? Then they're like, hey, no, girls can make sandwich. Oh, you're now saying that girls should like make sandwich on their kitchen and do all the housework for men. Like literally, that's how they think. Like they literally rewrite and like change the narrative, which is crazy. They literally should be a superhero because honestly, their superpowers are crazy. Rewriting reality is a crazy superpowers, you know?
blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist? The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird.
Weird to think about, honestly. I feel like they are more weird that they said that. Like literally, they are more weird than they are like the weird people that they are talking about, you know?
Average men can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle disabled person as their lover?
They got
Whoa,
PTSD.
Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so ableist.
Bro
chat.
doesn't have
Can you believe
normal standards, so
Chat?
like,
I don't even
relationship.
live stream. Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind, so I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You
Oh,
show this as
no.
fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse.
Like people literally like, oh my god, your guy is abusing you. Like, oh, how did you? Where did you get that idea, bro?
abuse of disabled
They
people.
literally
No, the
are
fantasy is the
traumatized or
woman
something.
appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the
Oh.
disabled. Your meds, schizo. You don't even know that fucking guy. What do you mean
Oh
stop
my
abusing
God.
women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you?
Yeah,
also,
who
the
are
majority
them,
of
bro?
men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men
Yeah,
are
they
not
got PTSD
abusers. That is a
somewhere.
very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA.
Yeah, that's literally most people do. I mean, most people like me are literally waking up, doing work, playing gacha games, spending a lot of freaking money for a PNG characters and love those characters, and then literally sleep and then wake up again and do the same thing every day. You know?
To come out. That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay. Barging in.
Wow, 95% is crazy. That's such a big number. Now now I'm scared because honestly, every like usually man that I encounter is literally might be do that to me. You know,
Into the romance section
Such
of
a
Barnes
crazy
and Noble,
number.
like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes.
Oh my God, this
a
is
happy
crazy.
relationship. Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO.
how the video doesn't have anything perverted on it? How is it perverted fantasy though?
You think it's a perverted fantasy because, how do I put this nicely? You are a pervert.
Yeah, you thought about it. You're the one who thinks about it. The poster probably didn't even think about anything of that sort because they literally made a wholesome tweet.
Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun
Yeah.
together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people okay?
That's crazy.
Stop watching porn! Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf.
Yeah, stop reading smut. Stop reading I don't know, Wattpad, you know? Stop reading those.
Billionaire. Or whatever the fuck you read. I swear to God, some of the shit women
Oh my
read would make the
God.
most depraved internet gooner blush.
Like book talk is crazy. Especially like book
so I've
talk,
been
bro.
told.
Book talk is
This
crazy.
is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the majority of
crazy
people,
stuff,
probably
basically.
most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before,
And probably most of these commenters will like literally play Love and Deep Space, and some of those characters are doing some weird stuff. Not even gonna lie, the stuff that they do on the like, Love and Deep Space, they even have like picking period calendar or something. Crazy. Hey,
or the
hey, good for the ladies who plays Love and Deep Space. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Not shaming though. I love Hatman too.
billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved.
Literally normal relationship. Crazy.
But more specifically, the male fantasy is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way, trust me. The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that
Terrorist?
a
What the
woman
fuck?
who isn't fat. The average male fantasy is actually job
What?
security. You know what? These guys may have a point here. Pedophile alert. Men want disabled child wives. Average male fantasy is a disabled child. More proof that men are pedos. That's a
What
little
the
girl.
fuck?
This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22
Yeah.
and she is 24. In anime years, he is practically hag maxing. And yes,
Oh
she
my
may
God,
be
hag
physically
maxing.
disabled. But aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way?
Yeah.
At least the ones in my audience. They will freely admit this. Maybe
Yes,
she, the
we
older
are.
woman, is taking advantage of this
We are the
sensitive
press.
young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts? First of all, really weird way to say that.
Yeah, that's a weird way. Like, you literally said she's 11 years old and now you thought about her breasts. What the fuck? Okay.
She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love
What the fuck? You're more weird. I mean, you are weird. That's like not more weird. There's literally no like two. There's literally no two contestants here. You know, or you're the only one. Like literally, you're the only one in spotlight because you're not even fighting someone. You're literally just posting this. Oh my god, titties. I feel like that's like sus behavior.
how,
Honestly,
like, when anime women
Hey.
have huge boobs, it's disgusting, Coomer porn brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo. Can't fucking win. Also,
Yeah, that happened to I think that one girl that cosplayed Susumaki or something. It's like old cosplayer and a lot of people are like saying bad things to her because oh my god, you're literally a child. You don't have boobs. Why are you sexualizing yourself? Basically that's what happened and I don't remember, it's a long time ago. Stuff happens like that. Crazy stuff.
if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely
We have
be
a
like,
lot of stupid
wow,
people in
look
the
at this
world, okay?
sexualization of the
That's all
disabled.
we can, like,
also, like
know.
adult
What can
women
we
can
do?
be flat-chested, right? Like that actually exists in real life. Like adult human women can have small boobs. We love all
Does this have the same effect in men? Oh my god, he's a 10 years old. He doesn't have long dick. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. Does that implies because like you know like boobs and like I feel like boobs and dicks are like equivalent even though they're not. I feel like they're equivalent in terms of like you know growing stuff, no growing body parts. I feel like that can happen to I guess men too. Oh my god, you don't have a bulge. You're 10 years old. You don't have a big dick. You're a 5-year-old. Oh my god, that's so weird. Like literally, I'm feeling weird saying that, even though like it's like literally a joke for the video. That's a
here
weird
on the
thing to
Shoe0nHead
say.
channel. All titties is good titties. End of story.
Yes.
Women fantasy.
Flat is justice, guys. Flat is justice.
A boyfriend with depth and a loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's fantasy. 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a
Oh.
toddler. Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No, you're all childless.
You been one, bro. You literally been a child, bro. You literally started as a baby. You become a freaking elementary school student, like a baby, a child baby, and now you're thinking like a child baby until today, bro. What the fuck is this child like mindset? Really is like literally like it's stupid. Like literally,
Silly me.
it's
She's
stupid.
not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman.
Yeah.
Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy. And listen, I know with
It's
anime it can get a
crazy.
little weird, right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan. But this does not even look like a child. This looks like a cute woman. This is like
I understand that as a anime watcher and reader. I understand that. Kinda weird, but honestly, you know, sometimes if you're gonna tackle these kinds of media, you gotta you know learn how to you know basically learn more knowledge about cultures and stuff, especially in these kinds of media, because some of this might be most people, especially outside of the community, will not understand it. But you know, hey, what can we do?
a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all like the Insta baddies, the e-thots, the e-girls, the muscle mommies, the boss babes, the boy babes. But I feel like every
femboys.
woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever. You shouldn't wake up and be able to scroll through pictures of, like, the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life,
True.
like, 20 times before you've had, like, your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't...
Like even I'm right now like have that like like illusion, because like literally every time I scroll on social media I just see like hot women. I mean I like hot women, but holy, like sometimes those stuff will make your like your standards go higher, even though that's literally not the average you know people, basically, you know. like hot men when you see online, most people are not like that. There's literally a small portions of the population basically, and they're just popular. They are being engaged for people in social media.
Log in and immediately be one-shotted by 1010s all day, as if that wouldn't make you go insane, as if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like back in the day, you'd probably see like one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until the day you die. That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Now every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoomers don't know how good we had it. You'd go to Blockbuster and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul, full of joy and whimsy.
Just gonna say, I don't like plastic surgeries and stuff. Just don't like it. I feel like it will make women more ugly, Like, it's so, like, unnatural to look at, honestly. No offense to, like, people do that. Hey, you can do it. It's your body, Just my like, not really preference, but more on my, I guess, in my perspective, it just feels wrong, Like, you are born that way. I feel like you should embrace it. Of course, there's, some people have, like, bad luck with stuff, especially at birth, but honestly, you're gonna live through it. That's how life is. You're gonna live every problem, what you're facing. Hey, that's a good message, Yun. Oh my god.
And now women are full of hate and SSRIs, but they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been in history.
Yep.
Sad. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, could you tell? Men's fantasy.
So many tangents. Even me
having
having tangent right now. I don't want to pause anymore.
Cleaning and sex. Women's fantasy.
What?
Gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps tracks of our periods so he can take care of us. I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods.
Yeah, that's weird. That's why I said earlier that like love and deep space. I feel like these people are literally love and deep space players because honestly, putting a period tracker on a somewhat gooner game is kind of weird. And I guess it's in my like male perspective, but honestly, even a lot of female, just like she said, it's like kind of weird, like it's not weird for your boyfriend and stuff, but it's more weird on like digital stuff, like especially games, like there's like app for it, like there's like an app for period calendar and stuff that you can put on, but there's no need for it to be on the game. But hey, I guess female preference, you can do whatever you want. I do not shame. That's just what I think,
Periods. Personally, if my husband was like, honey, just a reminder, you're in your luteal phase, I'm taking the kids. Men like to pretend they want this, and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready or their son when he's misbehaving.
How did you like think about that? Did that happen to you? Is that why you're writing this?
First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
But there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. This is the Shoe0nHead audience.
Roasted us.
You're all gremlins. Male fantasy equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech.
Yeah.
No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her.
I feel like free speech should be allowed for people that are literally have brains. I feel like we should. I mean, free speech should be for everybody, but I feel like everybody should be knowledgeable and smart, because if not, this happens. Kind of weird.
And a man's fantasy is raping a woman. I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true. I hate how... But in reality, women are the real demons here.
Ooh.
Oh, god damn it. We just want a happy
That's
relationship.
That's a different
is it so much to ask
perspective,
for?
I guess.
Yes.
Kind of weird.
Yes, it is. Oh look, more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage. So here's the thing, that misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men was actually written by Saiko Tanabe, a woman. A woman wrote this.
damn, people got fact check. Crazy.
Story. And I feel like a very important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well. A man loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too? Is this not the basic female fantasy? Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you and falling in love with you?
This
Why
is
on earth are
literally
so
the
many
most
women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics?
You know?
Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like, she's not gonna be saved by the prince, she's a strong,
oh my god, the Snow White live action.
independent woman? Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince, men still want to be the knight in shining armor. Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a house and babies. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be gone, vile misogynist. Is that what is occurring here? Also, that aside, there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story called Perfect World. It is a manga. Mango? I don't know. Do not come for me, weebs. Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the moment they find out they're disabled or have a life-threatening condition. You're right, it is a fantasy. Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not much higher, but then again, even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people, it's terrible. Marriage should be through sickness and through health. But that's not really the point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it. The ones of pure mind and pure soul get it. But these fucking semen demons out here, they don't get it.
Demons.
But not all semen demons. The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Ah, thank you, a sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick me.
No.
Pick me alert. Least obvious pick me.
Oh my god.
Me, pick me please. Hope he picks you, sis. Pick me, pick me, pick me. An incel could have written this. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Why are so many VTubers either pick-me's or race?
Isn't it crazy how she examples Squatchan as like literally a VTuber? And she said earlier that she likes watching VTubers.
You mean why do so many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream liberal feminist NPC line? Because they can. See, the most powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization.
Is they have boobs. Literally, that's their main weapon. I'm not even like kidding. This is not even like sexualized stuff. No, like literally, like many men will just go down on their knees if you have Yishuans aboba. Crazy, right?
You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social circles. But in the cases of VTubers, virtual YouTubers, they're basically anonymous. They can say anything they want. They're basically wearing a mask. They're free from the chains of the eternal HR longhouse. But apparently, even being anonymous online does not save them, because they still get doxxed for simply not hating men. Lovely. Maybe I should save this rant for a different video someday. Moving on.
Yeah, you should, because you like VTubers. Why not just, tackle VTuber community, a lot of, like, literally, VTuber community really likes, Shoe0nHead's video. You should.
Men are why we can't have nice things, by the way. First of all, men make all the things.
Ah, crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dick me.
Thank you. Also, I just realized, it was a man saying that. It was a whole-ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things. I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some shit like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have female friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place, and like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism, like anyone else. But there is something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race. Oh god, race. Self-hating white people. Don't get me started on self-hating white people.
I don't even want to talk about it because honestly, I'm not too like knowledgeable about this. But I do know bad and good things. So hey, maybe I can give
White
opinions
people
about
are
that.
so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. White
That's
people
crazy.
food is so gross. You're not getting into Wakanda, bro. You're not getting invited to the cookout. Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy.
I really love her like sarcastic jokes and stuff, satire stuff. I really like it.
It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it, this anime is certainly Marxist propaganda.
How did Marxists even come into in the conversation? How the hell did she did that?
The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true. So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams? Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda.
Oh my god, we cannot have empathy anymore. How many feelings and actions do they wanna gatekeep? They wanna gatekeep freaking relationship. They gatekeep empathy too. How did they do that? Crazy.
Propaganda. Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism. Political brain rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of
Yeah, I feel like if you are too much political into some things, I feel like your brain is too like you're literally destroying your brain. Yes, it would help you be like like smart and stuff with decisions and stuff. But honestly, I feel like you are being blind, and like the context that you are using those political words is like kind of fucked, and you're using it wrong.
communism, you need to log
sorry
off.
about that.
You are unwell.
I
I'm
hit my
sorry,
mic,
but when
I'm
I
sorry.
reproduce, I don't want a high probability of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded. She's not
Oh my
retarded,
God.
she has a spinal injury that's not genetic. Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you
my
absolutely
God.
know this guy has a non-white girlfriend. They all do. All these like I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these I hate non-white
Oh.
people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks. My
Oh.
fantasy is not being a simp, but okay. Fellas, is it simping to love a woman? Nah, this is
Yeah, it's a sim. It's a sim to love a woman. Honestly, we cannot love women anymore because we are getting called simp. We cannot shave anymore because we are getting called gay because I look like we are also getting called as a child because we look like a child when we shave. We cannot, I guess, have a relationship anymore because it's abusive to have a relationship. Like, I don't know what's happening to the world right now.
This is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would
Beta
leave
male.
him for Chad.
Beta
Fellas,
male.
is it beta to
Okay, I feel like that's a joke. That's 100% a freaking joke.
love a woman? This is not my fantasy. This is some gay shit, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, this is 100% a joke now.
Fellas, is it gay
This
to
is-
love a woman? What no pussy does
This is
to a
a joke.
motherfucker. Brother, I've seen what pussy does to a motherfucker, and it's far worse. The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill the dragon to win the princess or something. It is. That is the average male fantasy. But there are no dragons to slay. There are no princesses to save. But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach that top shelf. There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with
Yeah.
can't quite lift herself. There's that jar
Like, literally, chivalry is dead. Like, literally. There's no gentleman anymore because stuff like this happens, like being chivalry, I guess, being gentleman is, I guess, creepy now. That's why a lot of people are not, like, basically, hitting on women anymore. I mean, like, not hitting on women like a bad thing, like most, like, like approaching women and, asking to be their friend or like asking for their numbers. There's nothing, like, I don't know how that turn into a bad thing. But yeah, most stuff, people that does that do bad thing, but like it's a completely normal thing long time ago. Like I don't know honestly, I don't know what happened anymore.
of tomato
Our
sauce
world
your
is
wife
fucked.
can't quite open. There's that Lego set your little son can't quite put together himself. Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love. In a world where men expressing themselves is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems. I don't
Oh hell yeah, we love solving problems, bro. You know those like bomb sweep? You know those? I have that on my phone. If there's no Wi-Fi, I'm gonna play that, and holy, I'm just like freaking locked in. That's such a good puzzle, bro. I don't know if that's called a puzzle, but honestly, I will consider that as a puzzle. I like doing those, even though I fail 100% all the time. I haven't win at all from that game.
know what it is. They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading a random fucking
Yeah.
Wikipedia article about like the world's tallest
That's mostly us, bro. Like literally, that's me on Twitter, bro. Like literally scrolling Twitter. Oh my god. Oh, this is such a cool cool tweet. Oh, a freaking dire wolf. How is now supposed to be extinct is now like in the world, in the earth. How did that happen? Like literally, I do that all the time. Crazy. Crazy how I
buildings
can
or like a
relate.
random battle in World War II. I
Crazy.
didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's a man
yes.
thing, bro. It's like a lot of stuff are a man thing, bro. If you go on if you go on a beach, it's like the first thing we need to do is dig a hole, like literally, dig a hole. If we are outside and we are on like walking on a bump, I would balance my shit on like that bump because why not? I can do it. I have freedom to do it. I can balance on a freaking ramp. Why won't I? It's a guy thing.
Men love solving problems. And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men desperately feel like they need to prove their worth. They are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me
Yep.
that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this. A lot of modern men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of
By the way, I said earlier that I don't wanna have a relationship, but I want that too. Like I want a relationship, a good relationship. But it's just so hard lately, and I feel like she explained it very well. It's hard to be in a relationship nowadays, especially with a lot of like I don't know, stuff happening in the world that is fucked up, that literally changing most people's minds about certain topics. And that is why most people are like, bashing the freaking post, the wholesome post, because they have problems. I have my problems too. So we all are fucked. Yeah, basically.
their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything their grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results. They're lost. What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy, considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships.
Yes.
It can be difficult on their partner. But just like in the movie, it's not shown as butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden. But towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty. Because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return.
Yep.
Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's true. When many
Yep.
men look at this relationship, that is what they see.
We are
And a
longing
lot of
for it.
modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted
longing
because
for
in a
it.
way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they
Yeah.
need to be. The modern woman.
And by the way, this is not saying that you cannot be an independent woman. You cannot 100% be an independent woman, but I feel like being an independent woman is like their mindset about that is becoming too strong, that is becoming a bad thing, and it's shaping their mindset into a bad like situation or like ways of how they think. Like it's like being independent is 100% freaking good. I like seeing a lot of people being independent. Like damn, like good for them, bro. Like I'm freaking jealous, bro. I'm independent myself, but I'm not successful. But holy, those people that are successful being independent, bro, crazy. Good for them. Like 100% good for them. But they shouldn't. Most people should not let their minds get muddy by this mindset and make the situation or your situation much worse. Keep it moderate. Have your beliefs be believed, and don't if you know what's right and wrong.
Crafted by modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She is not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Because I can depend on you. I know that if I ever feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and/or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy. Sad. Also, men will
It's crazy. A normal relationship is a fantasy now.
deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that
you're gonna wake
is the
up
male
alone.
biological clock. Everything you do, the money you make working that grating 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people who care about you, and love you, and rely on you, and everything will make sense then. Until then, you'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself.
That's sad.
For wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That and 3 hot chicks at once. Hell yeah, brother.
Hot
You know what I'm
chicks, let's
saying?
go.
So that was that little video.
Yay,
Men in the comments, let me
boobas,
know. Am I
boobas.
correct? Is that the average male fantasy? Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your
honestly.
fantasy? And no, I don't mean that. I don't want to hear about how you want
My fantasy is to have Zenla Zone Zero girls be real and have them as my wife.
to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God.
Hey, some people like that. I'm not though.
Not you and Shoe0nHead. I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want a nice big family one day? Do you want to own a farm? Do you want to live in a shed in the woods and make pipe bombs? Let me know
I wanna make cat girls real. Yes.
in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video.
Hey, thank you, Shoe0nHead. Follow Shoe0nHead on YouTube. Subscribe to her. Very good video. Honestly, very good way to tackle this situation that literally happened 2 weeks ago. Crazy. Thank you very much, Shoe0nHead. Make sure you guys subscribe on her and also watch the video. Link in the description below. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video right here too because this is such a long recording. And yeah, I hope you learned something and thank you for enjoying the content. Bye bye.